Greetings, citizens of the internet. It has come to our attention that a crime has occurred. And not only has it gone unpunished, but the culprit's charges have been dropped while the victims are continuously ridiculed by their peers. Justice has not been served properly. 2 children have been raped, and their attackers have had their charges dropped due to politics. We feel that this is unjust, and that the case must be reopened. Not only to validate the girls' claims, but to prevent future attacks on other unsuspecting girls by the accused rapists while perpetuating the outdated patriarchal belief that females are lesser people and can simply be swept under the rug. At approximately 1 a.m. on January 8, 2012, 14-year-old Daisy and 13-year-old Paige went to Matthew Barnett's house, at his texted suggestion. They had already had some alcohol to drink at Daisy's house, and he offered the girls more alcohol. Matthew then raped Daisy, and his pal, an unnamed juvenile, raped Paige. A third boy, Jordan Zek, took video footage of the rape on his iPhone. They then took the girls home, and dumped Daisy's unconscious body on the lawn, where she laid for roughly 3 hours, wearing only a t-shirt and sweatpants in below freezing temperatures. Her mother found her, thinking she had been sleepwalking, and brought her inside and put her in a bath to warm her up. Daisy complained of pain, and her mother took her to the hospital, where she was examined. Evidence was found of recent sexual activity. First responder Sheriff's Captain David Glyden took Daisy's statement at the hospital at 7:50 a.m. At 11 o'clock a.m. the same day, Barnett confessed to having had sex with Daisy while she was intoxicated, and while Missouri's age of consent is 14, it is considered non-consensual at any age when the victim is drunk. 3 boys were arrested. All 3 boys gave audio and video confessions to the county sheriff within the next few days. Meanwhile, Daisy and her brother were harassed at school, and her mother was fired from her job, because her boss was related to one of the accused boys. There are claims that she was fired before the incident, but recordings prove otherwise. Her employer stated in a recorded conversation that her possible pursuit of civil charges caused stress at the office. In March, the prosecuting attorney, Robert Rice, dropped the charges with no true valid explanation. It was claimed that Daisy's mother quit cooperating with authorities. But there is a more obvious reason why the charges went away. Matthew Barnett is the grandson of a Missouri state representative, Rex Barnett. The video Zek recorded on an iPhone was deleted by the phone's owner but not before being passed around the school. Any true forensic data recovery could have retrieved this data. Once on the internet, always on the internet. The sheriff's response to the incident: I guess they're just going to have to get over it. The claims of insufficient evidence are not true, not now, not then, not ever. It boils down to this: Barnett admitted to having sex with this girl, and that he knew that she was intoxicated. That in itself is a felony. Her mother, after having taken her to the hospital, got proof of the recent sexual encounter, as well as Daisy's blood alcohol content being 0.145, nearly twice the legal limit. In addition to this, Daisy was left alone, in freezing weather wearing only sweatpants and a t-shirt, dangerous, especially when intoxicated. By leaving Daisy outside, Barnett put Daisy's life on the line, and makes him eligible for a charge of endangering the welfare of a minor. The girl's harassment has been relentless. A town of small-minded people refuse to believe that their star sports players could do any wrong, and they place blame upon the victims. The bullying got so bad that Daisy's family moved to another town, almost 40 miles away. After they moved, their Maryville house was burnt to the ground. The cause is still unknown, even 6 months after the fire. Daisy and Paige's names have been dragged through the mud in order to protect the town's image. The world should not stand for this. Daisy has harmed herself multiple times, a physical sign of her mental torment, and has attempted suicide twice. There should not be another suicide of a victim because of a town's propensity for victim shaming and evident rape culture. On October 14th, we demanded that Daisy's case be reopened and justice be brought to the boys. And even though our press release has been removed by YouTube for spam and other supposed community violations, fear us as the Hydra, cut off one head, and two more will rise up to take its place. Our demands will be met. It's time for the good old boys club to come to an end in Maryville. Many have compared this operation to the events of Steubenville, Ohio. This, however, is not the case. Efforts have been taken to reduce the amount of collateral damage in this operation. Believe us when we say this, our objectives are to protect Daisy, and have the case legally reopened by someone who will conduct a just and thorough investigation. And for the record, Sheriff White, we don't live in our parents' houses. We are everywhere in the world. We are students, parents, teachers, lawyers. We are people just like you. But unlike you, we hold one firm conviction, to bring justice for those who have been cheated. As for the esteemed Lieutenant Governor Kinder, Missouri already has a tainted reputation. Don't worry about it being sullied much further. Perhaps Todd Akin can vouch for the possibility of this having been a legitimate rape. As of now, Attorney General Chris Costa has taken the next step and has offered to assist authorities. This generous offer, however, can only take effect if Nottoway County asks for Costa to be involved. Authorities of Nottoway and Maryville alike, we urge you to request assistance from the Attorney General to solve this matter once and for all, not only to gain justice for Daisy and Paige, but to investigate the proceedings of the case with regards to evidence, handling, and charging. There is corruption in Maryville and it must be stopped. Why was a suspect, who confessed to a crime, released with no charges? How was video and medical evidence not enough to put one of these football players inside a courtroom? What is the connection of these prosecutors, if any, to Representative Rex Barnett? Mrs. Shirley Barnett, on Thursday, you asked the public to dig deeper to find the truth where this case is concerned. To this we ask you, are you ready to dig deep yourself and accept the facts? As Daisy and Paige's case is finally reopened, our attention turns to the future prosecutor of this case. Whoever you may be, let it be known that we are the people, and we are everywhere. We are watching you and your conduct with this case. Behave accordingly. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. You should have expected us.